What's something you're willing to admit to the people here on Reddit but not to most people in real life? How much I think about the one who got away. Mostly because it was so long ago that it's pretty sad laughing out loud. How long is so long? I had a one who got away for 4 years, managed to get back together, realized we turned into completely different people and broke up with her inside 6 months. All that time obsessing with it was a complete utter waste of time. It's all chemical BS from the brain. Just look at who you are now and look for people that are like you. Likelihood is, the one who got away would not be a good fit at all these days. Been on my best dates ever since that episode. That I'm constantly at a loss for words. Literally. I feel like those around me are smarter than I am. I struggle to get my words out, although I have clear and concise thoughts in my brain. I just can't articulate them into meaningful sentences that keep people interested in listening. Much like the way I feel about this post. My words feel meaningless. I want to get married. It's my deepest wish, but when the subject comes up my romantic and childhood insecurities take over and I speak ill of marriage. I don't think I experience compassion or empathy like other people, but I'm too scared to ask if that's normal. Over the last 6 or 7 weeks I've spent over $200 on Beanie Babies. Set them up in a circle so they can stage an intervention for you. That I'm afraid of losing my looks as I get older. It's the most regressive, immature, and self-absorbed attitude to have. But I still worry about it. Every new wrinkle, every sag or droop just unnerves me way more than it should. I hate that so much of my self-worth is tied to my appearance. That I have the urge to pack my bags, walk out of my parents' house at night and start a new life and leave the old one behind. I've been unemployed for almost 3 years and I feel like such a freaking failure. I'm so close to being out of savings and I can't get a single interview. 3 years and you're just now running out of savings? That is a substantial achievement on its own. I'm a 45-year-old virgin. The most unexpectedly accurate username. I feel like the most boring person in the world. I can see why I've lost all my old friends and can't keep any new ones. Also, I'm really bad at maintaining relationships. I'm pretty happy, but I'd be all alone after my parents are gone. My car wasn't pushed into the car in front on me when I got rear-ended. My foot got shifted to the accelerator from the force of being hit. I lie, like a lot. Never with malicious intentions though. I think it stems from this deep-rooted insecurity of being boring. I'll lie about everything from friends to grades. Once I made up a whole story about how I visited Bali just to seem interesting in a conversation I was having with a friend. I do not like Joe Rogan or his podcast. Pooped myself at work earlier in my shift with probably about 5 hours to go. Did not get up from my chair at all and stayed until most of the office left before I headed out. And it was not one of those tiny sharts that leave a little stain. It was probably at least a handful smushed up in my pants. And I'm a bigger guy. That I'm actually pretty dumb despite the high IQ that I got as a score from the test. I also admit that I actually do have feelings and am not as emotionless as I lead people to believe. Lastly, I admit that while I have actually been looking for a job, I haven't actually been looking that hard for one. The new Taco Bell taco is just a chicken tender wrapped in flatbread. My husband and I like to be watched. Sometimes we go on dates to a sex club for the ready-made audience. I don't think anyone will read this, but I've sucked a pee-pee. We all read this. All of us. I saw my sister-in-law naked once. She came over to swim in our pool before I got home from work. When I get home I went to my man cave to play me some video games. I came out to the kitchen to grab me a pop and she was in there butt-ass naked. She didn't see me and I dipped into the bathroom real fast. I guess she had come inside and didn't know where I was or something. Instead of going to the bathroom like a regular human to change out of her swimsuit, she just changed right there. No one knows this, but you find strangers. I'm pretty she didn't see, or if he did, she's really good at not making it awkward. I'm a teacher, but I don't actually believe in the American education system. We know that other countries are doing it better but refuse to change our ways. We keep teaching for test scores even though research shows that's not a good measure of a child's learning. I go to so many bogus meetings where the same rhetoric is spewed over and over and everyone claps and gasps and acts like it's life-altering information when we're really just hearing another twist on a concept from the 1990s. I'm so tired of it because I really do care about the kids and how they learn, but I'm forced to comply with District O standards even though I know they don't work. Sometimes I see my fiancé as a father figure because he gives me the care and nurturing and playfulness I always wanted from my dad. Not in a kinky way though, not shaming, it's just not my style. I used to hack crack porn sites to get their pass files, then decrypt them using JTR, John the Ripper program, to give out passes to people on the internet. I also used to add custom passes. This was a long time ago though. I have terrible teeth and I hate it. But I am too scared of the dentist. I like pineapple on pizza.